All right, in this video, we are going to discuss designing territories, which is part of the Salesforce deployment decisions. So you are to read two articles, and this is kind of the breakdown of them in terms of a reading review, which you will also turn in for an assignment. And you can find that on D2L. So in regards to designing territories, a territory is whatever accounts that you assign to a specific salesperson. So whether that's a geographic area, whether that's a type of account, however you assign those accounts, that is a territory. So things to think about, what areas do you work in? How much effort is needed? How much effort should really, encompass that area and how much is currently being done? So what are the actual, steps in territory design? One, you have to select your control unit. Sorry. Actually, I'm going to go on to the next slide because it explains better. I pulled different things from different textbooks, and I think the next one says the same thing, but maybe in a little better of a way. As mentioned, you want to select your control unit. So your areas that you can make a decision in are, these listed. So whether it's state, trading area, counties, etc. One that you may or may not know about is an MSA. And so that is a metropolitan statistical area. And our government tracks these. And so what is an MSA in terms of the largest ones? I haven't updated this one. I could update it for 2020. I think it's about a year or so delayed. But you can see here kind of the largest ones. And then I did look at Oklahoma. And so you can see that these areas are grouped. Why do you think they would group areas in this way? Well, in terms of territory design, it's helpful in determining where the largest populations are. So here's kind of, the next slide's a look at where exactly all the MSAs are. Next, you want to look at market potential. Then you want to try to make the territories as even as possible. And what this means is that everyone has the same potential in terms of earnings. So if you imagine if, I work for Procter & Gamble and my territory is Northwest Arkansas, and then someone else's territory is, I don't know, let's say, this may not be accurate, like Southern Louisiana. Well, in Northwest Arkansas is the headquarters of Walmart. So I'm going to have more potential for sales and thus commission than someone doing the same job and probably spending equal amounts of time in Southern Louisiana. So then you're going to use some kind of analysis method to determine, okay, how should we break these down, adjust those territories, then assign people to territories. And you can use technology to help. There are a lot of different technologies that I've listed on a slide in here that companies can use to help determine what their territory should look like. So whether to use a technology or not goes back to like how big is your sales force. If your sales force is really small, it doesn't make sense that you have a statistician that knows how to, perform these analyses. If you're a Walmart, then you probably have someone. Okay, so this is the MSA. Going through this, which we've already touched on, and territory design technology. The last piece is that while we have all of this technology, the other thing that we have to consider as sales managers is our own knowledge and experience. And that every person is not exactly the same. And so you have to incorporate that into any kind of statistical analysis, or what a consultant at a, market research or statistics company tells you, or a software tells you. You have to put in your own knowledge and experience and have these people considerations.